Beloved soul, the gates of abundance swing wide for those who know the power of the word. There is an ancient prayer, a divine formula that is now reawakening in the hearts of men and women who are ready to receive their good, who are ready to align with the infinite source of supply. And let me tell you, people are manifesting lottery wins, miracles, and unimaginable wealth with this sacred invocation. Why? Because it is not chance, it is not luck, it is law, the law of the spoken word, the law of assumption, the law of divine expectancy. This is not about gambling, this is about aligning with divine order. You do not beg for money, you command your supply by becoming the channel through which wealth must come. When you speak from the consciousness of abundance, the universe rushes to rearrange itself for your victory. And this ancient prayer, this sacred utterance, is the key to unlocking that divine rearrangement. I now speak the word for you, and as I speak it, you claim it. Infinite Spirit, open the way for my immediate and perfect supply. Let the wealth that is mine by divine right now reach me in miraculous ways, under grace, in a perfect way. I am the winning word. I am aligned with the infinite riches of the universe. Say it with conviction, not hope. Say it with authority, not fear. For the word spoken with faith is the word that cannot return void. Many have spoken this prayer in secret, from the stillness of their hearts, and watched in awe as unexpected checks appeared, winning numbers aligned, doors opened where none existed before. Because the unseen becomes seen when faith is unshaken. The game of life is a game of boomerangs. What you throw out in thought, word, and feeling returns to you multiplied. So throw out belief in luck and replace it with divine certainty. The one who wins is not lucky, they are aligned. You do not chase the lottery, you attract the outcome. You do not need to see the how, for the how belongs to infinite intelligence. You need only to speak the word and expect. Expectancy is the hand that opens the vault of heaven. Doubt slams it shut. So today, begin again. Speak your word into the ethers. Walk as if the win is done. Act as if the door has already opened. Feel the joy now, for joy is a magnet for miracles. Say, I now release all belief in limitation. I am rich with the riches of God. The numbers align for me. The universe conspires for my abundance. I am the winner. I am the vessel. I am the flow. Declare this not once, but daily, until your subconscious believes it, until every atom of your being vibrates with truth. Then the results come, not by force, but by flow. The prayer is ancient, but the law is eternal. What you command with faith, you shall receive. Remember, you are not asking for something outside yourself. You are calling forth what is already yours by divine inheritance. So speak boldly, claim joyfully, walk faithfully, and know this: your win is already written in the invisible. Your only job is to speak it into the visible, under grace, in perfect ways. And so it is. You do not win the lottery by chance. You win by divine alignment. What you are seeking is already seeking you. The moment you speak the word, the law begins to work. Speak not with hope, but with knowing. For when the soul is certain, the universe obeys. It is not your job to force. It is your divine duty to align. This is not about wishful thinking. This is about spiritual science. The law of the word, the law of command. The world may teach you that winning is rare, that only a few are lucky, that chance rules, but divine mind knows no chance. There is no accident in spirit. Every outcome is born from belief. Every manifestation is conceived in consciousness before it ever reaches the outer world. And the one who understands this does not wonder if the win will happen. They know it already has. To align with divine law is to rise above the illusions of doubt and delay. It is to walk in certainty before your physical eyes can confirm. The body may not see, but the spirit knows. and when you truly know, the law performs. For the law cannot resist the command of faith. The moment you speak with unwavering belief, reality begins to rearrange. The phone call, the number drawn, the unexpected check, all of it bends and shifts in obedience to the spoken word. It may seem magical to the world, but to those who understand the law, it is expected. It is natural. You are the cause, not the effect. You are the creator, not the victim. Speak as the creator. Do not ask timidly for your supply. Declare it. Say, Infinite Spirit, I am now aligned with my perfect and immediate supply. I am the vessel of divine abundance. All that is mine by divine right now flows to me quickly and freely in perfect ways. These are not empty words. They are living codes, spoken with belief. They go out like spiritual arrows, striking the invisible target. The prayer becomes the channel. The affirmation becomes the bridge. What once seemed far is now close. What once seemed impossible is already done. You are not playing a game of luck. You are obeying a spiritual law. You are not gambling. You are commanding. You are not waiting. You are creating. There are no limits in divine mind. The same power that grows the stars in the sky is the power that moves your numbers into alignment. There is no big or small in this realm, only belief or disbelief. And when belief is absolute, the result is inevitable. You do not need to know how. The how belongs to infinite intelligence. You only need to know it is done. You only need to feel it now. You only need to act from the place where it's already yours. Let go of the question, will it happen? Replace it with the truth. It is already mine. It is on its way. I have made the claim. It must obey. Speak it daily. Speak it calmly. Speak it with authority. Say, the numbers align for me. I am one with divine intelligence. I walk in favor. I overflow with winning energy. All channels of supply are now open to me. Let this become your atmosphere. Let this become your default thought. Let this be your frequency day and night. For what you dwell upon, you draw near. What you speak with faith, you give permission to manifest. The error is in thinking that winning the lottery is something outside you, but nothing is outside. The outer is only a reflection of the inner. When you change your inner state, when you feel the joy, the victory, the thrill before the win, then the win must appear to match your frequency. It is law. It's not a test of effort. It's a test of alignment. And alignment requires one thing: conviction. So let your conviction be strong. Let your speech be sure. Let your belief be unshakable. Because this is not a fantasy. This is your inheritance. You were born with access to unlimited supply, but it is your word that unlocks the door. Do not chase. Do not beg. Do not plead. Command, affirm, receive. Say it again. It's not luck. It's divine law. I speak my win into reality. I am already chosen. I am already worthy. I am already in possession. The lottery is simply one channel through which wealth may come. It is not the source. God is the source. But when the lottery becomes a channel, it must obey the same law as any other path. When you are aligned, it is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of law. So walk today as if it is already done. Move through the world with certainty. The moment you stop chasing and start commanding, everything changes. And as you keep your mind fixed on the invisible truth, as you train your spirit to speak only of success, as you stand firm in the knowing that your word has power, then you step into the field where miracles are normal, where signs and wonders are simply the natural consequence of belief, because it was never luck, it was always law. You are not the seeker. You are the speaker. You are not the beggar. You are the command. The world may have taught you to ask, to wait, to plead, but Spirit teaches you to declare, to rise in authority, to speak your desire into form. You are not a bystander in this universe. You are the initiator. You do not wish for abundance. You release it through your word. Say it with boldness. I am the winning word. The power is not in the ticket. The power is not in the numbers. The power is not in the draw. The power is in the declaration. And the moment you declare, you begin to attract. It is not your job to figure out how it will come. Your job is to become the Word made flesh. Your job is to step into the vibration of truth before the evidence arrives. When you speak with conviction, you become magnetic. Reality bends to the one who commands it with authority. You do not command people, or events, or circumstances. You command the unseen. You command energy, and that energy must obey. Your win is not a reward, it is a reflection of what you have declared to be true. If you speak from doubt, you attract delay. If you speak from certainty, you attract the match. This is why you say, I am the winning word. I am the signal that wealth responds to. I am the command that creates the result. No longer do you say, I hope I win. You say, it is already mine. No longer do you wonder, what if it doesn't happen? You say, it must happen, for my word cannot return void. You rise each day not asking, but claiming, not waiting, but knowing. This is not arrogance. This is divine alignment. It is the same power that created the heavens, the same word that said, let there be light, that now flows through you. When you align with the source, your word is no longer separate from creation. Your word is creation. And when you say, I am the winning word, you are announcing to all of life that you are no longer playing small. You are stepping into your role as co-creator. You are saying yes to your divine inheritance. You are saying yes to receiving without guilt, without fear, without question. You are not just using affirmations, you are becoming them. You are not repeating empty lines, you are speaking living truth. Say it again. I am the formula. I overflow now. There is no delay in divine mind. There is no withholding in spirit. If you are not receiving, it is not punishment. It is invitation. Invitation to go deeper into belief, to let go of fear, to drop the story of maybe someday, and pick up the truth of right now. Abundance is here, riches are here, the flow is here, but you must match it, and you match it by what you declare to be real. Not what you hope, not what you guess, what you know. You are the winning word, not just for the lottery, not just for the prize, but for life itself, for overflow in every area, for unexpected money, for open doors, for divine appointments, for miracles that make no sense to the rational mind, but perfect sense to the spirit. You are not asking the universe to favor you. You are acknowledging that it already does. You are not hoping for a breakthrough. You are declaring that your breakthrough is now. You are not waiting for signs. You are the sign. Every time you say it, something moves. Something unseen begins to align. Something hidden begins to reveal. Not because you are special, but because you are finally aware of who you've always been. So speak now from that awareness. Walk as the winning word. Move as the vessel through which divine abundance flows. Be the evidence before it appears in your bank. Be the feeling before it appears in your hand. Be the certainty before the number is called. And when the doubts rise, as they may, do not fight them. Speak over them. The winning word is stronger than fear. The winning word is louder than doubt. The winning word dissolves every lie of limitation. It breaks every agreement with lack. It lifts you into the vibration of already done. Do not look around you for confirmation. Look within. Do not measure your truth by what others say. Measure it by how deeply you believe it. If it feels impossible, It only means you've been conditioned to forget your power. Speak until you remember. Declare until you believe. Affirm until the walls fall. This is not about saying it once. This is about becoming it. Say it now. Say it often. Let the energy of your voice shift the atmosphere around you. Say, I am the winning word. I am the vibration of victory. I am the match to the miracle. I speak and it must be. There is no one else to wait for. There is no outside permission required. The word is within you. The power is within you. The prayer is already answered, but it waits for you to accept it as done. Let others call it lucky. Let them say it's chance. You know better now. You are not relying on fortune. You are moving in faith, and faith spoken becomes fact. Faith affirmed becomes form. You are the winning word. Speak from that. Live from that. And let all of life rearrange itself to reflect that truth. Infinite Spirit, open the way for my immediate and perfect supply. Let the riches that are mine by divine right reach me now, under grace in a perfect way. This ancient prayer moves mountains when spoken in faith. It does not plead. It does not chase. It calls forth. It opens what seems closed. It unlocks what appears withheld. And the moment it is spoken from a place of deep inner knowing, the heavens begin to shift. For the one who speaks it is not making a request. They are activating a law. Every word carries vibration, and this ancient declaration carries the vibration of alignment. It does not beg for miracles. It announces them. It aligns the speaker with the divine current of flow, the eternal river of abundance that never stops, never lacks, never runs dry. And it is this flow that now begins to move toward you the moment you speak with unwavering faith. You are not asking the universe to create something new. You are commanding it to reveal what is already yours. The supply was never absent. It was only awaiting your permission to appear. And this prayer, this sacred alignment, gives the permission. It says, I am ready. I am open. I am available for divine wealth now. Say it with breath. Say it with boldness. Say it until the walls of disbelief crumble. Say it until every cell in your body responds. Say it until the unseen becomes undeniable. Infinite Spirit, open the way where I saw no way. Open the way through what seemed delayed. Open the way in a manner that shocks logic and delights my spirit. Let the supply that belongs to me not by luck, not by chance, but by divine right, arrive swiftly, peacefully, and without struggle. This is not fantasy. This is not a game of wishful thinking. This is law, spiritual law, immutable and precise, always responding to the clarity of your vibration. And when you speak this ancient prayer, not with hesitation, but with certainty, you activate that law in motion. There are people all over the world speaking this and watching their lives transform, not because the words are magical, but because the faith behind them is unshakable. Because they are no longer doubting their worthiness. They are no longer outsourcing their power. They are reclaiming their authority as divine beings, here to prosper, here to receive, here to overflow. When you say riches that are mine by divine right, you are not talking about greed. You are not talking about taking from others. You are speaking about the infinite warehouse of divine provision that holds custom, perfect, abundant supply for each soul. You are saying yes to your portion. You are saying yes to the money, the miracles, the open doors, the perfect alignments, the timely wins, and even the lottery blessings that are tailored for you. And when you say under grace, you remove the fear. You release the pressure. You let go of worry. You are not forcing this to happen. You are not striving. You are allowing. You are surrendering the how and fully trusting the when. Because the prayer is not mechanical, it is magnetic. You do not have to repeat it hundreds of times for it to work. You have to say it once from the deepest chamber of belief, and then live from the vibration of already done. When your energy becomes aligned with yes, the prayer carries weight. It becomes a decree, and the law responds with precision. Let your faith be the only evidence you need. Speak this prayer when you rise, whisper it when doubt creeps in, declare it when you're uncertain, and most of all feel it as if it is already fulfilled. Let the riches that are mine by divine right now reach me. That means the house you didn't think you could afford, the check you didn't expect, the lottery ticket you simply felt called to buy, the opportunity that seemed too good to be true, the email, the phone call, the unexpected yes. Nothing is too big for the infinite. Nothing is withheld from the one who truly believes, and if you believe, you receive, not in struggle, not in desperation, but in peace, under grace, in perfect ways. Your only job is to hold the vibration of truth, not fear, not lack, not hope that trembles, but faith that speaks, faith that knows, faith that stands still and watches the miracle form. Every time you speak the prayer, imagine doors opening, see paths clearing, hear the bell of answered prayers. Let yourself be wrapped in the feeling of receiving, not one day, not maybe, but now. And when you feel that resonance, you'll know the prayer has landed, the word has been sown, the law is already working. Infinite Spirit, open the way. That is the call. That is the code. That is the shift. And as you walk in this prayer, as you live it, not just say it, you become the match to your manifestation. It no longer chases you. It arrives through channels you didn't expect. It finds you, fills you, frees you, not because you are lucky, but because you are aligned. And in that alignment, everything begins to change. Don't wait for results to believe. Believe and results must follow. The outer world does not lead the inner. It never has. The world you see around you is simply the mirror, the reflection, the echo of what you have believed to be true within. To wait for proof is to delay the proof. To ask for a sign before you trust is to postpone the miracle. But when you trust first, deeply, boldly, without condition, you become a match for the very thing you once hoped would arrive. Faith is not a soft hope. It is not a timid wish. Faith is certainty in the invisible. It is the knowing before the showing. It is the divine confidence that what you desire is already real, already complete, already on its way with your name written on it. When you stand in faith, the delay begins to dissolve. The clouds part. The unseen begins to reveal itself. Not because you begged for it, but because you believed for it. You are not meant to live in a waiting room of someday. You are meant to step into the vibration of now. There is no divine power in delay. There is only divine response to alignment. The moment you stop wondering if and start affirming when, everything around you starts to respond. The air shifts, the field reorganizes, the wind begins to seek you. You are not chasing your manifestation. It is already moving toward you, but it only reaches you when your belief creates the landing space. Your belief becomes the open door. Your belief becomes the signal. Your belief becomes the receiving station through which the universe delivers what is already yours. You have spoken the ancient prayer. You have declared that infinite spirit opens the way. You have claimed your right to abundance under grace. Now comes the part where you do not flinch. Now comes the part where you stop looking to your senses for reassurance. You live from the inner world first, knowing that the outer must eventually catch up. It is law. Most people try to believe once things begin to look favorable. But the ones who truly manifest, the ones who tap into this deeper current, are the ones who believe when nothing is visible. They hold their faith steady when their eyes say it's not working. They speak their truth when the facts contradict it. Because they understand something deeper. Spiritual law does not respond to what you see, it responds to what you know. So, what do you know? Do you know you are the winning word? Do you know that the numbers are aligning for you? Do you know that even now something unseen is working in your favor? Then walk like it, think like it, feel like it, not next week, not when the notification arrives, now. The feeling is the seed, the vibration is the signal. You do not become a match for a win by waiting to see it happen. You become a match by feeling it real, over and over until the outer must yield to the inner. You already know this truth somewhere deep inside, that when you shift your inner state, the outer world begins to shift. That when you carry yourself in certainty, people respond differently. Doors open, timing changes, money appears, all because the inner law was fulfilled. The moment you no longer need it to happen is the moment it begins to unfold. Why? Because need is rooted in lack, but faith is rooted in fullness. And the universe responds not to your words alone, but to the energy behind them. When you declare your wealth, your win, your breakthrough from the energy of lack, it echoes back that lack. But when you declare it from the energy of fullness, knowing that you're only calling into visibility what already exists in spirit, it arrives. You must become the embodiment of the outcome. Let your posture shift. Let your tone shift. Let your thoughts speak with power. When your inner world is ruled by truth, the outer world must bend to reflect it. This is why belief comes before results, not after. This is why manifestation doesn't wait, it aligns. The lottery win is not waiting for you to be worthy, it's waiting for you to be aligned. The door is not closed because you aren't lucky, it's waiting for you to know it's already open. You can speak the ancient prayer and still live in fear, or you can speak it once and live in unwavering trust. You can talk of abundance and still act in scarcity, or you can walk in such certainty that the whole universe rushes to match your stride. Faith is a bridge. It connects the unseen with the seen. It is the invisible builder of the tangible. And every time you affirm what you cannot yet prove, you lay another stone on that bridge. So affirm it again. It is done. It is mine. I am aligned. I am chosen. I am the winning word. I walk in divine timing. I am receiving now, under grace, in perfect ways. Hold to this truth like it is the only thing real, because it is. The facts will shift. The balance will change, the email will arrive, the call will come, the win will unfold, but long before it ever does, your belief must live there first, your mind must rest there, your heart must dwell there. You must claim it as already written, already answered, already finished, and when you do, the universe will simply deliver what it has been holding all along. The universe does not make mistakes. When you are aligned, even the numbers align. There is no randomness in the realm of spirit, no coincidence in the language of divine mind. What appears as chance to the world is in truth a precise orchestration of thought, feeling, and vibration. You do not need to force outcomes. You only need to become the match. And when you are the match, nothing can stop what must come. The numbers are not separate from you. They are energy just like you. They are vibration, just like your words. And when your frequency rises to meet the outcome you desire, even the numbers shift to meet you. This is not magic, it is law. Law that never fails, never sleeps, and never judges. The numbers respond to the one who no longer doubts. They respond to the one who walks as if the outcome is already complete. The lottery does not reward luck, it reflects belief. There is a divine current always flowing, always moving in the direction of your dominant vibration. When your dominant vibration is trust, expectation, and gratitude, you become like a tuning fork for miracles. You vibrate with such clarity that the universe has no choice but to respond in kind. It cannot withhold what matches your energy. It must deliver. You do not need to manipulate events. You do not need to analyze or obsess over how it will come. That is the old way, the way of struggle and doubt. You are now operating from the spiritual plane, where results come not from effort but from alignment. When your mind, heart, and spirit speak one clear message, the universe hears it as a command. You are not at the mercy of fate. You are the vibration that determines what fate unfolds. The numbers do not fall by chance. They fall into place for the one whose faith is anchored, whose vision is clear, whose speech is in harmony with divine truth. You are not waiting for the numbers to be right. You are becoming the frequency that draws the numbers into rightness. Say it. The numbers align for me. The outcome is inevitable. The win is mine because I have claimed it in spirit first. There is no hesitation in this truth. There is only divine certainty. When you speak from this place, from this deep knowing, you move out of hope and into creation. Hope waits. Creation declares. And when you declare, when you affirm, when you speak with power, your reality rearranges itself to support you. You are no longer simply playing the lottery. You are playing the game of vibration. You are tuning your mind to wealth, your emotions to receiving, your thoughts to the highest truth, that what you desire is already done, that it exists in the invisible and is only waiting for your belief to birth it into form. And so you do not say, maybe I'll win. You say, it is already written. You do not say, I hope this works. You say, it already has. Your words must speak the outcome into motion, and your feeling must hold the door open long enough for the blessing to arrive. Let others call it luck. Let them say you're dreaming. Let them speak from fear and disbelief. That is not your frequency anymore. You speak from the mountaintop of truth. You know that when you align, the entire world responds, even the lottery, even the numbers, even the outcome that once seemed out of reach. You are not walking in circles anymore. You are walking a straight path of declaration. You speak and it is so. You command and it appears. Not because you are forcing but because you are allowing. Allowing the law to do what it has always done. Match your vibration with form. Do not look around for signs. Be the sign. Be the proof. Be the energy that says, I already know. And when your knowing becomes stronger than your questioning, everything starts to shift. It is not arrogance to say, the numbers align for me. It is faith. It is surrender to the truth that nothing is outside the power of your consciousness. That your imagination, your word, your emotion, all of them working together, can bring to you the exact experience your soul is ready to receive. So speak it again. I am the frequency of divine alignment. I am one with the flow. I am one with winning. I am the vibration that draws wealth. I am the magnet for miracles. I am the match to the win. You are not hoping to win. You are aligning with the win. You are not wishing for a number. You are becoming the energy that guides the number. You are not praying for luck. You are commanding through law. Let every step you take be filled with expectation. Let every breath carry the vibration of trust. Let every thought be rooted in knowing. The universe does not ignore a mind that is clear, a heart that is ready, a soul that says yes. Even the numbers must bow to divine order. Even the lottery must serve the one who knows they are chosen. And you are chosen. Not someday, but now. Not if, but already. Not maybe, but certainly. Because when you are aligned, the numbers align. Never force, never fear. What is yours comes not by struggle, but by surrender. When you operate from the truth, that all things come to you under grace and in perfect ways, you move out of tension and into trust. The energy of force always pushes what you desire further away. The energy of grace allows it to come effortlessly, guided by divine timing and divine flow. You were never meant to chase, you were meant to attract, and you attract through the softness of surrender, not the pressure of panic. There is a rhythm to the universe, a current that carries every desire toward its fulfillment when unblocked. And that current is navigated, not with effort, but with ease. Grace is not passive. Grace is powerful. Grace clears the way when logic sees no way. Grace orchestrates what the mind could never plan. Grace is the invisible hand, moving pieces behind the scenes, arranging divine appointments, perfect timing, and miraculous outcomes. And when you speak your truth under grace, the doors do not creak, they fly open. You are not here to wrestle with the universe, you are here to harmonize with it. You do not need to beg for your manifestation. You need only to become the vibration of ease, of peace, of trust. And that trust sends a clear message. I know it's done. I know it's coming. I know the universe delivers what I am aligned with. There is a soft power that comes with letting go of the how. When you no longer demand that life unfold in a particular way, you give space for something better. When you no longer attach to specific timing, you allow divine order to surprise you. This is the wisdom of under grace. It removes fear. It dissolves resistance. It replaces tension with quiet knowing. Say it often, under grace in perfect ways, my good now flows to me. Let that become your default vibration. Let that become the energy in your home, your thoughts, your speech, your very body. Walk as though grace goes before you. Move as though divine perfection is unfolding beneath every step. Think as though your desires have already been delivered, and you are simply walking toward them with gratitude in your heart. When you manifest under grace, you do not need to control outcomes. You trust that every delay is divine. You know that if something hasn't arrived yet, it's not denial, it's preparation. You believe that if a door closes, it's because a better one is waiting, and you don't rush the process, because you know the result is certain. What is yours will find you. What is aligned with your soul cannot miss you. This is not blind optimism. This is energetic mastery. This is choosing to stay in your center when circumstances tempt you to react. This is choosing to rest in divine timing when the ego wants to rush. You are not being asked to be passive. You are being asked to trust. Trust is the soil in which miracles grow. The more you trust, the less you fear, and the less you fear, the more space you create for the very thing you've been praying for. When you affirm it comes to me under grace, you are inviting the most loving, wise, and powerful forces of the universe to carry your desire home. There is no need to prove your worth. There is no need to perform to receive. You are already enough. You are already worthy. You are already chosen. And when you truly believe that, the world bends to reflect it. So when you feel anxious, return to the affirmation. When you feel the urge to control, speak the prayer again. When you feel fear rising, respond with truth. I now receive all that is mine by divine right, under grace and in perfect ways. Feel the weight lift. Feel the space open. Feel the shift in your vibration. It is from this place that the miracle flows. There is no competition in divine law. There is no lack. There is no limitation. There is only infinite supply, ready to reach you the moment you remove resistance. And grace removes resistance. Grace knows no struggle. Grace flows like water, soft, strong, and unstoppable. The win you are calling in does not need to be forced into existence. It needs to be received through faith, and faith breathes easiest in an atmosphere of grace. Let this become your truth. I no longer chase. I align. I no longer worry. I trust. I no longer push. I allow. I no longer beg. I receive. The divine doesn't work through fear. The divine works through love, through stillness, through surrender, not the kind of surrender that gives up, but the kind that rises up, knowing the universe is on your side, orchestrating all things for your highest good. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. And the moment you release the pressure, the blessings begin to flow. What seemed delayed begins to move. What seemed blocked begins to clear. Not because you tried harder, but because you finally stepped into grace. Say it with calm authority. I allow all that is mine to find me, easily, peacefully, under grace, in perfect ways. That is your frequency now. That is your new normal. That is the energy that will bring what you've been waiting for in ways that are better, bigger, and more beautiful than you imagined. God is your supply. The lottery is only a channel, and when you understand this truth, everything changes. You stop putting pressure on the outcome. You stop obsessing over one path, one method, one doorway. You remember the source is infinite. The supply is unlimited. The channel may shift, but the source never fails. You are not to worship the method, you are to trust the source. Because the moment you attach your faith to the channel, you make your manifestation small. You limit it to one way, one outcome, one possibility. But the divine never operates in limitation. The infinite does not need your plan, it works beyond your imagination. What you thought could only come from the lottery may come through another channel entirely, and faster, easier, with more grace than you ever considered possible. So release the fixation, release the pressure, say with deep peace, the lottery is a beautiful channel, but God is my source. This frees the energy, it removes resistance, it lets you stop chasing and start receiving. Because when you fixate on the channel, you begin to doubt if it doesn't move quickly. But when your faith is in the source, you walk in trust regardless of how things appear. There is no shortage in divine supply. There is no struggle in divine flow. And when you truly believe that, you open yourself to miracles beyond logic. The lottery may be the door, or it may just be the symbol, one of many paths that leads to your greater abundance. The key is not to force one route, but to stay open to all divine avenues. The moment you surrender to that knowing, you release fear, you no longer grasp. You no longer plead, you align, you allow, you become the vessel, not the controller. And as the vessel, your job is to hold the vibration of faith, not to dictate how it unfolds. When you truly recognize that you are not the source, you also free yourself from the pressure of figuring it all out. You don't need to. That's not your part. Your part is the vision. Your part is the energy. Your part is the belief. Divine intelligence handles the rest. Divine timing arranges the pieces. Divine flow moves the money, the people, the ideas, the winds into your life in perfect sequence. You may have thought the only way you could become wealthy was through a single winning ticket, but what if the winning was already inside you? What if the ticket was just a reminder that you have access to abundance from every direction? That money can come to you from seen and unseen places, that miracles are not limited by odds. This is why you speak your truth, not from a place of lack, but from knowing. You say, Infinite Spirit, I give thanks for the perfect channel of wealth now manifesting in my life, whether through this or something better. I receive. I open, I trust, I allow. You are not stuck, you are not forgotten, you are not behind, you are simply being aligned with the path that is most divine. And that path may still be the lottery, but now instead of needing it, you're open to it. You're not grasping, you're ready, you're not desperate, you're prepared. That shift in energy is everything. That surrender turns resistance into receivership. You are not the source, you are the steward, and when you let go of trying to control where the money comes from, you become an open field where blessings rush in. They come through unexpected calls, new connections, checks in the mail, opportunities you didn't see coming. Sometimes, yes, even through the numbers aligning exactly as you imagined, but always in perfect ways. Always under grace. There is a peace that comes from trusting the source. A peace that says, even if I can't see it, I know it's done. A peace that quiets the mind and opens the heart. A peace that keeps you grounded while everything else begins to move. And that peace is power. That peace is magnetism. That peace is the vibration that calls wealth into your reality. When you're rooted in the source, the channel becomes flexible. The how becomes fluid. The need for proof disappears. You no longer say, it must come through this way, but instead affirm, it is already on its way, and I welcome it however it chooses to appear. That is surrender. That is faith. That is alignment. You are not here to figure it all out. You are here to believe. You are here to affirm. You are here to walk in the vibration of wealth before you see a single result. You are here to remember that the supply is limitless, the source is loving, and the way is already prepared. So relax into the knowing, breathe into the trust, smile in the silence, because something is always happening when you're aligned. And whether it arrives through the lottery or something even greater, your abundance is assured. The supply is flowing. The channels are opening, and you, grounded in source, will receive all that is yours, without struggle, without fear, under grace, and in perfect ways. You are already living in the answered prayer, though your physical eyes may not yet see it. That's the power of faith. It sees the invisible, it claims the intangible, and it walks as though the thing desired is already fact. The ancient prayer is not just words. It is a vibration, a frequency that rewires your world from the inside out. It speaks beyond logic. It speaks into the unseen, and the unseen always births the seen. When you speak this prayer, when you say with quiet authority, "What is mine, by divine right is now released and reaches me in perfect ways under grace," you are not begging, you are not wishing, you are declaring. You are placing an order with the universe, confident that it is already fulfilled. That one line is a key. It unlocks what was blocked. It dissolves delay. It repositions you back into the divine current where everything flows. In that current, there is no fear of time. There is no panic of how. You're not in a race. You're in a rhythm, a divine rhythm, perfectly timed, perfectly aligned. When the mind wants to rush, the soul says, "Be still." Trust the vibration. It is already done. And in that stillness, in that quiet faith, manifestation becomes magnetic. You no longer draw things to you by trying. You draw them to you by being. You become a living field of answered prayers. Every breath an affirmation, every step a statement. You don't need to look for signs. They come to you. You don't need to chase the wind. It circles back to you because you've become its match. The universe responds to energy, not effort. The prayer realigns your energy. It lifts you from the density of doubt to the clarity of knowing. And from knowing, miracles are natural, not rare, not random, natural. When you know something is yours, you act differently. You speak differently. You don't wonder. You walk in it. This is the way of divine manifestation. And this is why so many are manifesting lottery wins, wealth, and breakthroughs, not because they forced it, but because they spoke it from the field of truth. They didn't ask as beggars. They spoke as receivers. They weren't pleading with God. They were agreeing with God. Every time you repeat the prayer, you're not repeating out of repetition. You are reinforcing truth. You're not convincing the divine it already knows. You are reminding your own subconscious again and again that wealth is not a future event. It is a present energy. The win is not far off. It's forming now. Every affirmation is a command to the invisible to shape the visible. Every spoken word is a seed. And seeds grow not when you stare at them, but when you trust the soil. You do not need to control the growth. You do not need to watch the ground. You bless the seed, you release it, and you prepare for harvest. That's how manifestation works. You plant through faith, and you receive through surrender. And you don't speak from emptiness, you speak from fullness. You don't say, "Let it come so I feel complete." You say, "Because I am complete, it must come." That's the shift. That's the secret. That's the formula. You don't speak the prayer to get something. You speak it because you know it's already done in divine mind. And divine mind never fails. This is the holy alignment. This is the vibration of receiving. Not waiting in anxiety, but preparing in joy. Not watching the clock, but watching the signs. Not asking when, but saying thank you, as though it's already landed. And the universe responds to that energy faster than you could ever force. It bends timelines. It shifts odds. It causes numbers to align, paths to cross, phone calls to come, doors to open, because it's responding not to desperation, but to identity. When you become the vibration of the outcome is inevitable. Let the prayer become your home. Speak it when the doubt rises. Speak it when nothing seems to move. Speak it when everything is silent. That's where the power is, in the space where nothing looks different, yet you know everything has already changed. And that knowing is unshakable. Say it with all the authority of someone who has already received. What is mine by divine right is now released and reaches me in perfect ways under grace. That's not hope. That's certainty. That's power. That's the language of wealth. And wealth hears it. It hears your tone. It feels your vibration. It recognizes you not as someone trying, but as someone aligned. And alignment is always answered, not sometimes, always. So walk in that truth now. Let the words become the atmosphere around you. Let them become your thought patterns, your inner sound, your constant frequency. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to beg. You are the child of a limitless source. You are backed by infinite supply. You are aligned with the divine will for your life. And that will is good. That will is abundance. That will is your win. Every time you speak that prayer, you're stepping deeper into the truth of who you are, and that truth always manifests. You were never meant to struggle to receive what is already yours by divine right, and this is what the ancient ones knew. They didn't plead for their blessings. they aligned with them. They spoke not from desperation, but from sacred dominion. They understood that to command the unseen you must first believe yourself worthy of the miracle. And worthiness isn't something you earn, it's something you remember. When you awaken to this truth, you stop asking if something will happen. You stop wondering when your breakthrough will arrive. Instead, you speak as one who is walking in the field of answered prayer. You carry yourself with the quiet assurance of someone who knows that everything is already arranged in divine order, that nothing has been withheld, that the only thing left to do is to receive. Receiving is not passive, it is deeply active. It requires your vibration, your choice, your yes. It is a sacred agreement to open, to stop resisting, to stop doubting, to stop looking for reasons why it can't happen, and to become the reason why it must. The moment you say, I am ready now, I am open now, I welcome it now, something unlocks, the gates swing wide, the delay dissolves, the flow begins to rush, and this is where the energy of miracles lives, in the now, not the future, not someday, right here in this breath, in this heartbeat. The divine never says wait to your desire. The divine only says align, because everything is already created in spirit. You're not trying to make it real. You're simply tuning to the frequency where it already exists. The ancient prayer was never about convincing God to bless you. It was about reminding you that you are already blessed, that you are a perfect vessel for infinite supply, that your desire is not random. It is revelation. It is guidance. It is the divine's way of showing you what is already yours. This is why the ancients didn't panic when they desired something. They rejoiced. They gave thanks before the outcome. They praised even when they had not yet seen the manifestation, because they understood a principle most have forgotten. Gratitude is a magnet. Praise is a portal. Joy is a prophecy. So you say with power, Infinite Spirit, I rejoice in the manifestation of this desire. I celebrate what is already mine. I bless the outcome. I bless the process, and I bless every step that carries me toward it. And you let that joy rise, not because of what's coming, but because it's already here in the invisible. You feel it as real. You hold it in your spirit. You live in the vibration of completion, and the world around you begins to rearrange. You are not waiting for the miracle. You are the miracle. You are the opening through which wealth, favor, and divine alignment pour into the physical world. That winning ticket, that unexpected deposit, that sudden phone call, they are simply the response to who you've become. You've become the field where it all takes root. You've become the yes that heaven has been waiting for. So guard your words, protect your atmosphere. The ancient ones were fierce about what they spoke, because they knew the power of every syllable. They knew that words form energy, and energy forms reality. You don't say, I hope it works. You say it is working now. You don't say maybe one day. You say today is the day. Every word is a wand. Every thought is a spell. And you are the magician of your own manifestation. Speak into the unseen as if it is more real than what your eyes behold. Feel into your future as if it is already written, because it is. You are not creating something new. You are claiming what was already spoken over your life before you even arrived here. Your path is blessed. Your name is known. Your miracle is set. All that's required is your agreement. And agreement is powerful. Agreement collapses time. Agreement calls the quantum into order. When your heart, your mind, and your spirit all say yes, the manifestation has no choice but to appear. And so you speak the words, not to make them true but to align with the truth that always was. I am one with the abundance of the universe. What is mine can never be withheld. What is aligned cannot be delayed. I receive it now. This is how you live the ancient wisdom. This is how you walk in divine remembrance. You hold the vision even when nothing in your surroundings confirms it. You speak the prayer even when no result has shown itself. You remain in alignment because you know that what is spiritual law must become physical fact. It is not a question, it is a certainty. So don't wait to feel grateful. Don't wait to feel abundant. Let your joy be loud now. Let your thank yous ring now. Let your energy rise now, because the universe is listening, and it responds most quickly to those who have already made space for the blessing. The channel is open, the current is flowing, and as you continue to speak from this deep inner knowing, everything that is yours by divine right must make its way to you, effortlessly, powerfully, in perfect sequence, under grace. You are no longer chasing. You are choosing. You are no longer waiting. You are welcoming. This is the energy of divine manifestation. It's no longer about effort, it's about embodiment. And now you are fully becoming what you once only asked for. The shift has happened. The vibration has changed. And when your energy changes, your life must reflect it. That's law. There is no power in doubt, no miracle in hesitation. Miracles respond to boldness, to clarity, to unwavering faith. And that is what you carry now, a clear channel, a bold vibration, and an anchored certainty that the universe is conspiring in your favor always. You've stepped out of the story where you had to earn your blessings. You now live in the reality where blessings chase you down because they recognize your frequency. You've become the receiver, the magnet, the attractor of all things good. Your wealth is not outside of you. It is not buried in a ticket. It is not hidden in a circumstance. It lives in your consciousness, and it flows through your belief. It is an inner expansion that calls forth outer evidence. The lottery win, the unexpected check, the golden opportunity, they are all expressions of what has already happened within. You expanded. You said yes. You dropped resistance. You surrendered the how. You trusted the now. And now the universe must respond. It is responding. Even now, even in this very moment, unseen doors are swinging open. People you don't even know are being stirred to speak your name, to favor you, to bless you. Numbers are aligning. Paths are being prepared. Timing is being perfected. You don't need to understand it. You only need to allow it. You allow by staying in the vibration of knowing, not thinking, not hoping, knowing. Knowing that your prayer didn't go unanswered. Knowing that your desire wasn't random. Knowing that your words carry the energy of creation, and creation obeys truth. And the truth is your life is a divine design. Nothing is off course. Nothing is missing. Nothing is delayed. Everything is appearing right on time, in ways more magical than you could script. You are no longer negotiating with your manifestation. You are no longer talking yourself out of miracles. You are no longer entertaining the voice that says, "But what if it doesn't work?" Because now you know. Now you remember. Now you walk as the ancient ones walked, with full faith, with fierce joy, with unshakable peace. That peace is your power. It's the stillness that commands. It's the calm that moves mountains. You are not shaken by appearances. You are not moved by what the world says is possible. You are governed by spiritual law, and spiritual law is limitless. It knows no odds, no statistics, no restrictions. It simply responds to belief. And your belief is radiant now. Your belief is magnetic now. Your belief is rich now. And because your belief is rich, so is your reality. Your inner wealth is now showing itself in outer ways. The lottery win is not a fantasy, it is a symbol, it is a reflection, it is one of the infinite ways that divine supply chooses to surprise you. You didn't beg for it, you didn't force it, you aligned with it, and that alignment is sacred. Every time you repeat the ancient prayer, you are speaking into alignment. You are not convincing the universe, you are tuning yourself to the frequency of fulfillment, and fulfillment is where all things flow. In fulfillment, there is no gap between desire and delivery. There is only yes. There is only now. There is only the full, unfiltered, unstoppable goodness of life being made visible through you. You are the open channel, now. You are the field of miracles now. You are the place where divine supply enters the world. You are not looking for signs. You are the sign. You are the confirmation. You are the evidence. Your calm is the sign. Your joy is the sign. Your readiness is the sign. And now you walk in full authority, not just to speak the blessing, but to live it. You live it in your thoughts. You live it in your decisions. You live it in your energy. You no longer play small with your words. You no longer dilute your declarations. You speak boldly. You affirm clearly. You call in what is yours with the voice of one who knows. You don't shrink. You don't hesitate. You don't explain yourself. You declare, the divine order now takes charge of my life. All channels are free. All doors swing wide. I am richly blessed in magical and unexpected ways. What is mine can never be withheld. I receive now. These are not just beautiful words. These are instructions to the universe. These are laws in motion. These are decrees backed by heaven, and heaven always fulfills its word. You are no longer waiting to win. You have already won in consciousness. The physical is just catching up. You don't check the results with nervousness. You check them with joy. You don't say, I hope I see something soon. You say, I already know something magnificent is unfolding for me now. Because you are one with the ancient truth. You are one with the frequency of answered prayer. You are one with the rhythm of divine abundance. You don't follow luck. You follow alignment. And in alignment, all things are possible. So now breathe in deeply. Let every word you've spoken rise like a holy fire in your spirit. You are no longer practicing faith. You are walking it. You are no longer hoping for the miracle. You are embodying it. You are no longer waiting for the door to open. You are the open door. The ancient prayer is alive in you now, not as mere words, but as power, creative power, magnetic power, wealth moving, door opening, life shifting power. Stand in that power. Speak from that place. Declare your abundance like it's already here, because in truth it is. The world may still be catching up, but your spirit has already arrived. Stay in this frequency. Protect it, nurture it, walk with it, and let this final truth ring in your heart. What is yours by divine right is already rushing toward you under grace in perfect ways. You don't chase it, you align with it, you bless it, and you receive it. It is done. It is done. It is beautifully, miraculously, divinely done.